Paranormal survivor, demon at the door, take one, mark.
I moved into the house with my mom. I was 18.
You to see everything. I love it.
Very nice environment, like happy.
It's beautiful, Mom.
Quiet, still, like nothing out of the ordinary.
It wasn't until Brittany and her mother started to settle into their new home that they began to notice that something wasn't quite right.
I started hearing noises in the beginning. It was very, very subtle. I almost thought it was just the house noises. At first, it sounded like as if you picked up like a glass marble and you dropped it a couple feet, and then it fell on hardwood and bounced. Like it would be rolling freely, and I'm like, what is this?
Probably just the pipes in the house, love. Did you hear that, babe?
It was as if someone was just like knocking inside the walls. Felt like it was building up. It felt like there was something looming over me every time I set foot in the house.
The unexplained noises and knocking in the house were soon joined by something much more bizarre and disturbing.
I had stepped out of the shower one night. I'm drying myself off, and then I looked in the bathroom mirror, and on the wall, there's a face. And I'm like thinking to myself, that's not makeup or paint. It just appeared like black goo seeping out of the wall. And that's the part where it really blew my mind. And I'm like, this isn't mold. Mold can't create faces. This is something else.
After 18-year-old Brittany Robinson moved into a new home with her mother, she started to have strange and troubling experiences.
This isn't mold, this is something else. It started to change into a more detailed, evil-looking face with very pointy, just looked very menacing.
Then, Brittany noticed something else.
I would smell death. It was putrid. I had to get rid of it. I acted very swiftly, trying to stay calm. It was a good 2 hours of scrubbing. So difficult that it was starting to hurt my skin. At one point, it went right all into my palm, and it burned. The more I scrubbed, the more I felt freaked out. Like not myself. Like I'm scrubbing something off, I'm shaking it off, but it wasn't leaving.
Shaken, Brittany tried to get some sleep, but she was plagued by terrible dreams.
I was coming out of a nightmare, but I couldn't move. I was there, like, looking around. I could only use my eyes. I couldn't even breathe. Feels like your heart's gonna literally explode out of your chest. You still have that nightmare feeling when you wake up, but now you can't move at all. And you feel completely vulnerable to whatever's happening.
When we sleep, we tend to be the most vulnerable. Our subconscious opens up completely. It can also be a portal, so things can easily come in while you're in your dream state.
My dream was trying to tell me that it was something extremely dark, maybe ancient, and evil. Terrifying. It was all night, hours. And then I moved a little bit. I got my body back.
That wasn't the last time Brittany was paralyzed. Soon, it started to happen every night.
The night, I'm not sleeping. It was hell.
The only thing keeping Brittany sane was her relationship with her boyfriend, Curtis.
My relationship with Curtis at the time was still a new, blossoming, budding relationship. Very happy.
But the sense of peace wouldn't last long.
When I first met her, there was a few things that she was telling me about, but I kind of wasn't believing. But then things started to happen that I noticed.
Curtis and I were messaging on the computer. It was after school, and he was at his mom's.
Within the conversation, I noticed a few things started to kind of feel weird.
I had started returning messages to him in huge paragraphs of just random letters.
It didn't feel right. It didn't feel like something human was sending it to me.
It kind of went fuzzy, almost as if I blacked out.
Out of nowhere, she kind of just left the conversation. I'm like, where are you? It felt disturbing. I felt like just a weird presence.
He received a message from my end saying, "You're not gonna see her, she's mine now."
Then it just says, she is gone, and I have her.
In a panic and worried for Brittany, Curtis rushed over to her house.
I had blacked out. I had a splitting headache, as if it was splitting the entire half of my head just right open.
I was trying to get her attention through the window. She seemed like she didn't really see me, just not really herself at all. It looked like she was under something else's control.
I felt odd, like I was awake, but I wasn't me. And then that rancid, putrid smell is in the air again.
By this point, Brittany was fully possessed by something evil.
I was just like, I'm gonna hurt this guy. But I don't know why. I would never think that. I would never want to intentionally stab him or cut him up. That's horrible.
When someone is possessed, an evil entity has taken over their mind, their body, and their soul. They're completely unaware of what's happening to their physical being at that moment in time. Whatever the evil entity wishes to do, it'll do. And sometimes it'll even lash out and potentially kill someone.
When I had reached for the door handle to unlock it and let him in, I felt for a split moment that, oh my God, he's gonna get hurt.
I knew, oh my God, I could probably die if I opened this door.
Brittany Robinson has been possessed by something lurking in her home. Concerned, her boyfriend Curtis has rushed over, putting his own safety at risk.
I knew, oh my God, I could probably die if I opened this door. I still decided to do it anyway. I had to help. But I was really scared. I thought the worst.
But the moment he rushed in over the threshold, I felt warmth again.
What's wrong?
When I came out of it, I felt stinging, burning pain. My stomach was littered with scratches.
Oh my God!
In groups of 3, like choo, 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 cross, cross.
She was bleeding all over her stomach.
How did that happen?
It didn't make sense how it could have happened. Her nails, there was no blood or anything on them.
I didn't see anything.
I'm assuming it happened when I blacked out. It's freaky to talk about that part. I still have scars.
We gotta get you cleaned up, okay?
Terrified by the brutal nature of the attack, Brittany and her mother began the process of cleansing the house.
Started doing research into this type of occurrence. I realized that this could be something very, very bad. My mom and I went through each room, saging. We had our crystals in our hand. We had sigils on the candle for protection. We went full detail on this. I had laid down purified white salt at every door, threshold, every windowsill. The entire perimeter. The salt is to help prevent anything from entering your space. It's not foolproof, but it does help a lot.
The cleanse worked for a while, but the worst was yet to come.
One night I'm laying on the couch, and the moment I open my eyes, I see a big black mass, but not human. Blacker than black. There were no definite facial features, but skull, neck, bones in the shape of a male figure with really long, creepy hands, fingers. It kind of burns in your brain.
The demon was trying to find a way to get past the salt defenses Brittany and her mother had set up.
I heard knocks on the glass, like it's just waiting, with sharp, sharp talons. My heart was imploding. Boom, 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 boom. Like I was prey, and it was the predator. Something out there looming right over you, and you can't move. Very, very, very frightening. I felt as if my life literally flashed before my eyes. As if I'm going to be stuck with this thing my whole life.
Paralyzed, Brittany could only watch in horror as the demon tried to get inside for over 8 hours. Brittany's salt defenses held firm, and when the sun rose, the demon vanished.
I felt a sense of relief, but if you're gonna be willing to wait outside the window for hours and just watch me, what are you gonna do next time?
Afraid to spend another awful night in the house, Brittany decided to move in with Curtis.
This experience has made me aware of the true ferocity of these things.
Just can't get out of here fast enough.
I'm hopeful for the future that this won't continue to happen to her.
All right, I'll see.
And that she's going to continue to heal from it mentally and physically.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
After fighting through it together, we felt stronger together as a couple, having to deal with something that crazy.
Currently, I feel like I'm a soldier, preparing for my next battle. Don't know when or where, but I'm ready.